I know he's trying to like erase the radical left out of the White House, but on live Democrats, it's kind of
He
crazy to say.
went on
Like,
like 3 weeks ago. He went on Truth Social, after six Democrats from the Senate made a video telling military members to not follow illegal orders, right? To follow the law.
well,
And he went on True.
what legal
He went
war
on
is
True.
he?
So
What
he went on
legal
True
war is he going
Social.
into?
He went on True Social. He said that these people had their words were highly seditious. He then said that sedition is punishable by death, and he reposted somebody saying, "Hang them, George Washington would have." So he's pretty explicitly calling for these 6 Democrats to be executed. But I think that's bad.
Democrats you say is plural. I mean, 6 Democrats. Like,
Is plural, so as in
I
Democrats.
understand it's plural, but
Cool, got
saying
it.
like all that. But what war is he going into again, please?
I never said he was
'Cause
going
he
to
said-
war.
You said he was some Democrats. The Senate was
Criticized.
saying like,
No, the Democrats made a video telling military members to not follow illegal orders.
do not follow the president. Is that what I'm
Do
getting
not
to?
follow illegal orders.
Is that so? Who made this video?
The Democrats.
One of my
So
senators was in that video.
Senators. I think it was
Alyssa
Mark Kelly.
Mark Kelly.
Yeah.
Oh, Alyssa Slotkin. She's from Michigan, my state.
Yeah, that's where. Yeah, me too. Where are you in Michigan?
I'm in Detroit.
Yeah.
Ah, shit. Great. GR, bro.
Oh, nice. Oh, you on the west side?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. What I'm saying is like all like so like Alyssa Slotkin and all them people. So like, but what are they trying to do to the military? Like just stop them?
Just telling people to refuse illegal orders.
But how are you supposed to refuse legal orders if that's your boss?
When you're given an illegal order, you refuse
You're supposed to refuse it.
So are the Democrats trying to like defund the military? Is that what they're trying to
No,
get?
they're just telling the military to do their duty, which is outlined in the DoD. I think it's
Their oath.
Law of War manual, which says to not follow facially
But
unlawful
Isn't
orders.
that statement contradicting your other statement that Trump hates free speech?
No, how?
Because you're saying Trump hates free speech.
This reinforces the belief because these 6 Democrats came out and said something that's ostensibly free speech, right? And then Donald Trump is
But he said
saying
something
it's
was free
sedition.
speech.
It's sedition and it can be punished by death, and that they should die.
No, but he was saying that because punished by death is also by free speech. That's what I'm trying to get at here with you.
Yeah, he was trying to punish them for their free speech.
But so that means he likes the free speech. So that's
Trying to punish for somebody for their free speech would lead you to the opposite conclusion. They don't like free speech.
No, but that would be the same. So what is like the evidence that Trump hates free speech?
Give me a sec.
Gotcha.
And he proposed overturning habeas
So yeah,
corpus. That's one.
Oh, what did?
Okay, yeah.
did you
So
say?
basically, there's a bunch of court cases. The main one is AUP v. Marco Rubio.
Does that stand for anything?
Huh? What?
Does that AUP? Does that stand anything? For?
American Associate. It's of like university professor.
Okay.
Correct. So AUP v. Marco Rubio, and Trump is one of the
Marco Rubio.
defendants. And
So is Marco Rubio's friend?
No, Marco Rubio's the secretary of the DHS. Correct.
Oh yeah, he's secretary, but is he like on like good terms with Trump?
Trump appointed him. Yeah.
Okay, so is that like a good term? Like, is that like?
Oh no, Secretary of State.
Okay, Secretary of State. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So basically,
I mean, dude,
there's a bunch of people here, either on student visas or 4-year work visas. A lot of them were pro-Palestinian, like expressing their pro-Palestinian beliefs, and the Trump administration tried to deport them based solely on those pro-Palestinian beliefs, and the courts came to determination that speech is protected under the First Amendment. And the time to basically contest this ruling, the 60-day deadline to appeal it, is over. So this is a final ruling. The judicial has come to determination that the Trump administration violated the First Amendment rights of these immigrants.
So if he's offended the First Amendment rights, is he going to jail? Because he was never indicted on anything.
No.
So
this is a civil case. You go to jail for criminal cases.
Okay, so it's a civil case. I'm kind of confused because there was a story on Joe Rogan this morning, or on the Shane Gillis podcast, they were talking about this. A Brown student, I think, a student from, or no, Tufts College. Look that up. Tufts College
Yeah,
student
Ramesa
deportation.
Oster.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know her name, but whatever.
Yeah,
She was not openly critical of Israel.
Huh?
Or she was not openly, she was openly critical about the university. So the saying that Trump hates free speech is just incoherent.
Yeah, she was actually cited in the case. Then she wasn't a part of it, but this courts also came to the determination that her visa revocation, and the Trump administration tried to deport her, was against her First Amendment rights.
So they deported her because of what exactly?
They tried to deport her because of a op-ed she wrote in her school's newspaper criticizing their involvement of Israel.
Yep. So the school's involvement of Israel, right?
Yep.
Correct. So, but how does that relate to the free speech of anything?
Because the Trump administration tried to deport her for her criticizing her university, which is protected speech under the First Amendment.
But I mean, what Trump said is also called free speech. So the whole everything contradicts the free speech statement you're making.
What?
What? Do you not understand me?
What Trump said is free speech?
Like, Gavin is always going on Trump in his weave. Yo, I am not necessarily like a big fan of Trump, but I think these statements are very like out of line. That's what I'm saying.
How's anything I said contradict itself?
Because what you're saying is that Trump wants to like hang these like people, these Democrats, which is a very bad thing to say. He does.
He said that?
Yeah, I bet he did. I mean, he's not. I mean, he's kind of a crazy dude. Not gonna lie, he is tough.
So, yeah, if he believes it.
Like
cool.
he's a tough character. You seen like the blacked out like a phantom Trump profile pictures?
The what?
Like, SD Kid, like blacked out like a phantom.
I think, dude, I feel like you're somebody who just likes Trump because he's funny and you don't actually know anything about what he does. And you also said the statements were out of line. It's an out of line statement for an immigrant to criticize Israel.
But what?
Okay, yeah.
This dude A10 Sid, bro. Okay, all right. Let me get back to. I gotta go back. Okay, so my political side of me. But what I'm saying is, like all the free speech Trump is saying is fine with him. The Brown saying, so I think it's hypocritical of him, but these statements are still like out of line. I just want like, do you have like
how are the statements out of line?
Because the saying that Trump hates free speech, he's already saying hate free speech, but free speech does not contradict with hate speech of Israel.
But there's no hate speech laws in America, and are you contesting the court's ruling? Are you saying you know more than the courts?
No, I don't know more than the courts.
Okay, so the courts, I'm just going off what the courts say. The courts have come to determination that all these were violations of the First Amendment. Nothing that any of these people said was outside of.
Yo, Curtis, I'm trying to get
none of what Mesa Oster said was outside of school's like policy or administrative policy. So, what possibly did she say that was out of line? These are anybody can go and criticize Israel.
Have you seen our government? I don't think we can openly criticize or hate speech of Israel. Which I mean,
yeah, we can.
I don't like any hate speech.
Our government literally protected immigrants' right to criticize Israel. We can do that.
But why should the immigrants like condemn other countries when we're giving them the countries or we're giving them like housing and stuff?
Why should it? Because we have rights, natural rights in this country, and because the purpose of a functioning democracy is to represent the people under it, and immigrants are people who contribute to our society, should be able to have some kind of at least some
regular
rights
rights
to express their opinions on certain things. Yeah.
That
would be the moral. That would be the moral reason. Obviously the legal reason because of like the Constitution and natural rights. But I don't quite agree with that. But not the Constitution.
That's a good point you make. So I just want to say, do you think illegal immigrants should have the same rights as like me, like a white, regular, born here American?
White?
Yeah, I'm white.
Why did you decide to mention that part specifically, Gavin? It's kind of weird.
Because like I am like the American like race.
You're
so do you think illegal?
Why is being white the American race?
It's always. I mean, I'm not racist. I mean, I'm pro immigration. pro immigration, I'm pro everything, but it's just the American race.
Why is it the American race?
Because we just conquered here. It's just the Europe.
Conquered
It's
it. Like,
just
I'm done being nice to you. You're Loki got it disgusting, little bro.
oh,
Because you
okay, I'm
conquered
sorry.
here. Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's just how things go. I mean, I don't hate anybody for their skin. I don't hate
Dude,
anybody for their religion.
Dude,
It's all
look, to be clear, you didn't conquer shit, right? Your ancestors probably
no,
came over
no.
here in like the late 1800s, early 1900s, after most of America already had most of its land mass, right? My
I mean,
ancestors
I
came here way before yours, and were freed before yours, to be clear, right? And had
okay.
their rights before yours. So I don't know what you mean by you're the American race. There's been like Hispanics in like Texas and New Mexico
I meant like
for
say like
way before any white people were there.
I
So
understand, but we conquered this land, like the Christian nationalism, and that's why.
are you Catholic?
Am I Catholic?
Yeah.
No.
Like, do you believe in Catholicism?
I'm Baptist.
Okay. He's a nationalist. You conquered that land. Yeah. Why do you think race is so important when it comes to like who's the original American? Who's the
Because I
American
think when you
race?
think, let me ask, like, hey, like a person from China, I'll say, hey, what's the person you think that would live in America?
If you ask
They'd
a
say
person from China, like, what do you think? Like, when you think American music, what do you think of? Like, what are they gonna say?
American music. I say like pop and stuff.
Like pop
know?
is including like what now? Like, what the biggest? Let's look at the biggest like genres. Like jazz, rap.
I don't think anybody's thinking about jazz. I think jazz
Well,
is
jazz was the most popular up until like the
yeah.
late
Somebody
60s,
like
getting into the
A10 said he
70s.
said like
Then it turned into funk. Obviously, then funk kind of transitioned into rap. Notice how all of these are creations out of the Black and Latino communities.
okay. But
So
I
it's
just
almost like
think
America's biggest exports aren't like when at least it comes to a lot of these like cultural mainstays like music, clothing, style are actually from
well, that's
minority
just
communities.
globalism. That's just globalism.
That's within America too.
But that's because of globalism.
How is it because of globalism?
Because we're all connecting to each other.
Yes, people in the country connect to each other, right? That's how that works. Isn't that your entire thing? That people in the country connect to each other, have a shared culture. That's like globalism.
That is globalism.
A culture being shared within a country is not globalism.
But the culture comes from other countries.
Rap comes from other countries.
No.
It comes from America. Okay, so I don't know what you mean by
But
white
SD Kid
people.
is UK.
Being white defines being an American, right? That's absolutely not true.
I think so. I think so.
Is Tex-Mex food American?
I think so. Yes. Tex-Mex. Yeah.
Okay. Is that a white creation?
I feel like it would be.
It's a Hispanic and white creation. Okay. Right. Like
Yeah,
this.
I heard Tex-Mex is like cheese on tacos, and like
No.
Mexican is
Gavin is just explaining.
do you understand? Like, I could point to like a bunch of other things. I'm not going to currently, but you do understand that like
you
American mainstay, like what we define as like American is often the creation of like multiple cultures. It isn't one thing.
But that's why I like Trump. That's why I like Trump, because like he can spread. He connects with many different cultures. That's why I like him.
No, you don't. What? Okay, you're trolling now.
How? I
you
mean, I'm
just said you
critical of
like
him.
cultural diversity when you obviously don't because you're a white nationalist, dude.
I'm not a nationalist. I'm pro-immigration. I'm not racist. I don't care what you look like.
Troll.
Bro, that explains Trumpology, you know that, in one. Gavin just explained everything. He's talking about white, hate, conquer. That's Trump in...
No, he's just a Nick Fuentes fan. He doesn't have any beliefs. Ken, what's up? Low-key, he did a good job concealing at the start. I could not tell that he was a graper, just like starting out. Ken, what's up, man? Ken. Okay, Ken's not here. LJF, what's up, man?
Hi, I wanted to argue number two with you about Trump, about how you claim that Trump hates free speech. It's not that Trump hates free speech, he hates threatening speech. There's a clear difference between free speech and threatening speech. Would you agree with that? Yes or no?
Free speech can be threatening speech too.
Give an example. Please.
One business could threaten to another to lower its prices to a certain point.
Okay, so
that
okay,
would
so
be first kind of First
so in an
Amendment.
executive order. Okay.
I guess you could say like, oh, you like make veiled threats at like people. That'd still be
So
better than free speech.
yeah. So an executive order signed his first day, January 20th. He signed the Restoring Freedom of Speech and Ending Federal Censorship. Do you know that executive order?
I know.
Restoring Freedom of Speech and Ending Federal Censorship.
Mm-mm.
He viewed that as a direct violation of the First Amendment because the Biden administration, as you remember, was censoring Republican accounts on Twitter at the beginning of the administration.
So yeah, let's just go through this like one by one. So you said, okay, he dislikes not free speech but threatening speech. Was the op-ed that Ramesa Ozturk wrote criticizing her school's involvement with Israel, was that threatening speech?
It is threatening speech because she is delivering pro-terrorist rhetoric and threatening to unalive Jewish students.
She never said Hamas once in the entire op-ed.
Protecting Jewish students.
You're lying.
She
never even said Jewish.
She was
criticizing her school's involvement with Israel program. She wasn't criticizing Jewish people. She never says Hamas once.
No.
You obviously didn't read the thing. Like the courts literally came to determination on this that like this is protected free speech, unless you disagree with them.
Well, they're activist judges, so.
Okay, what's the name? What district was this case?
This was in Tufts, right? So like Massachusetts. This was in
Tufts. What judge was it?
I don't know the judge's name, but I know the judge's
name. How do you do you know anything about the judge?
Do you know the judge?
I don't, but I'm not claiming he's an activist judge or she is an activist judge. So tell me, how can you say that somebody's an activist judge when you don't know anything about them or even their name?
Yeah, so
you don't. Like, maybe if you're gonna make a claim, you should probably have evidence for it and not just come up here and make.
I wasn't prepared to talk about that case. I specifically wanted to talk about the Mahmoud Khalil case.
Mahmoud Khalil
of Colombia.
Yeah, I don't think any rulings been made on that, so I'm not gonna make any determination yet. There's only been the injunction, which a court sided with him, and then his release.
So Trump is enforcing Title VI of the Civil Rights Act. Do you know Title VI of the Civil Rights Act?
Title VI of the Civil Rights Act. Is that about like protected classes?
That is about protected classes. Yes, you're right. And Jewish people is a protected class in this country.
Understood. Yeah, you can't. Your enforcement of protected classes
are clearly a threat to them. If they view it as a threat,
what Ramesa Ozturk said. First of all, what Ramesa Ozturk said wasn't a threat to Jewish people, right? The court's determination. Once again, if you're trying to, I'm guessing you're trying to pivot over to like what the universities were talking about with like Harvard and Columbia and like threats in.
This is the key reason.
I'm gonna. I'll acknowledge, and this is not a concession. It's super easy to bite. There have been 6 Title VI violations, right? Even the courts said, yeah, there are Title VI violations. But as in the Harvard lawsuit, the Harvard filed against the government, the remedies that the government were seeking for those Title VI violations were far over what the government could do, to the point where it's violating the speech of Harvard and its students, like by saying, hey, you need to have people audit their beliefs, not even their statements, or like they're doing certain crimes, audit their beliefs, and it potentially expels people from campus. And the courts came to determination. I think it was Harvard had 3 separate lawsuits. The court, the district magistrate court, and all of them in summary judgment said, yeah, these are violations of free speech, and enjoined them from revoking grants.
So what are Jewish students supposed to do when they see or hear things that scare them? What are they supposed to do? Just
They go to like what they're supposed to do with Harvard. They complained to Harvard. Harvard said okay, and this was in the Biden administration, 2024. They went ahead and proactively took actions. They created the Harvard's task force from combating anti-Semitism. They
I know that.
they
I was kind of
proactively
bummed
implemented
about that.
measures and policies. Multiple students have been either expelled or suspended from graduating. I think the most recent thing was that I think it was one of the pro-Palestinian groups was suspended for 2 months from doing it for protests because they're in violation of guidelines. And the courts acknowledge the fact that Harvard has been taking active steps even before Trump got into office to combat Title
This is
VI
the key
violations.
reason. This is actually the number one reason why I voted for Trump, because he needs to put more pressure on these universities to protect Jewish students. That's why I voted for Trump. It's a very niche reason. but
Okay, well, his pressure.
I thought-
I'm
I
not.
thought
I'm not even
Kamala
disagreeing that he
would do
put.
it.
I'm not even disagreeing that he put pressure on these institutions or on any of these schools. The thing that he did is that he put so much pressure on them, and ended up violating like rights. So it seems to me that he doesn't really care about like the First Amendment rights of these people. He just cares about like this perceived attack on Jewish people.
Well, it's not free speech. It's threatening speech.
Okay,
We
well,
have
the
to make-
courts
we have to-
disagree with
we
you,
have-
little bro. Sorry.
What? So if I say the N word on here, is that free speech?
Yes.
All right, I'll say it right now.
Go ahead.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not
Okay.
gonna say it.
Got it. I don't know. I would say kick you because against TOS, but
Can
you're
you
not
say
going to jail.
say the K word? Say the K word.
No, I'm not saying it.
Good. That's free. So if you say the K word and I say the N word,
No,
both
because
of those
on a
are
private platform,
both
and
those aren't free
and it's
speech.
according to their
Not
First
free
Amendment right,
speech.
they get to censor me however the fuck they feel like. So
Well, why did the Biden administration force these, like in the beginning? Like, why did they censor or suspend Republican accounts on Twitter? They were using their First Amendment. They were just saying their opinion on things.
I don't know if any evidence of that.
You don't remember this? This was like during like when the vaccines were rolling out, like in 2021.
I actually just took a pretty good look into the Twitter files today. So everything I saw was either
And there were
the White
four-
House made requests to take
Confirmed.
down very sensitive things. So nude pictures of Hunter Biden, right? So
There were
that
four
was
hearings
so
that-
that's all the requests I saw for like actual takedowns of content.
They say in congressional hearings that they received federal pressure from the Biden administration to take down these accounts.
Jack Dorsey said that.
The ex-founder of Twitter, the ex-owner of Twitter did say that, yes.
I listened to his testimony. I didn't hear anything like that. I just looked at Twitter's 2021 transparency report, and only 49.8% of requests by the government that were made to take certain content down are actually done. So obviously they didn't feel pressured enough where they felt like they needed to do it, because most of the content that the government pressured down was actually
Oh yeah,
taken
what
down.
about
Oh.
Also going back
So
to
also,
the
maybe they
anti-Semitism.
felt pressure. I don't see any. I haven't seen any evidence.
Yeah,
that
I
way,
also
whatever.
remember there was
And,
one
yeah.
student that there was also one student that was really disgusted me at Columbia. His name was Kamani James, and he said, forgot what he said. He was
You're
said
not getting,
something.
dude. You're not like
Come on,
you
James.
can stop with like the pivots here.
Is that
Like
your
this is.
friend?
I'm not even.
You
I'm
know
not.
who
I'm
he
not. Wait. To be clear, I'm not saying there haven't been 6 Title VI violations by people
He said
who
unaligned
are.
Zionists. He said
Huh?
kill Zionists.
Yeah, by
Two-
people
two-
who are in these universities. Problem is that 4 times now, the judicial system has ruled the Trump administration is doing violations of the First Amendment in regards to this, right?
So if
And
you were a black
on top
student,
of that,
you
wait,
saw
can I finish?
Klansmen
Can I finish?
on your
On
campus.
top of that, Donald Trump has said like quotes. I remember this was during a sponsor meal where he said like, if you're an immigrant and you're protesting here, we're gonna kick you out of the country, even though legal immigrants, especially students here, have the First Amendment right to protest. Right? These not only has he made statements which are explicitly in violation of the First Amendment, he's then taken actual actions which the courts have ruled have been in violation. Right? And then when his own fucking AG Pam Bondi comes out and says, "Hey, we're gonna go after hate speech," something that's ostensibly protected under the Constitution, he backs
all
her
hate
up. He backs her up in that statement. Like
From the
it's-
River to the Sea and Globalize the Intifada have been both under bipartisan have both been voted bipartisanly by the
Jay,
House.
you know-
Both
you
have
know
been.
BB
Are you gonna- wait.
anti-Semitic. Both
Wait,
of them.
LJF. Do you think what you just said refutes anything that I said?
I just said those two phrases, from the river to the sea, and
Do you think
Globa the
anything that you have
Intifada.
said in this conversation refuted what I just said?
Yes.
Okay. Do you
Because
think it's
what you're saying
possible
is
for
not-
Sixth
what
Amendment
you're saying
violations
those
to happen
protests-
and Donald Trump to still hate free speech?
What you're saying, he's just trying to protect students. He's just trying to protect Jewish
Yeah,
American
and
students.
I agree, he is trying to protect Jewish students, but he also doesn't care about the First Amendment, so he's willing to violate it when he does it.
If they didn't, so they can go to they can leave the university. They can fucking
Yeah,
go to another
well,
country.
yeah, he hates free speech. He openly said that if you're a student and you're here protesting, I'm going to throw you out of the country. He went ahead and he violated the First, and he went ahead and violated the First Amendment of Harvard and these students, right? Once again, he can be trying to protect Jewish students and still hate free speech. Those things aren't mutually exclusive, dude.
So as I was saying before, the House, in a very bipartisan fashion, said that those two phrases, from the river to the sea and Globa the Intifada, were indeed anti-Semitic. But now we have this stupid fucking.
You just
mayor
like, are you
in
going to
New
respond to
York.
anything I'm saying? Because otherwise, I can just drop you.
I'm just trying to see I just want you to see if there's threatening speech. I'm just trying to.
OJ,
So
can I say something?
imagine if the
I'm not
Klan
denying there's threatening
was on your
speech.
on your college campus. Would you?
LJ,
You're a
you're
black
not-
man. Imagine if the Klan was on your campus, and they did their stupid ritual cultish thing or whatever, and they say
Well,
they.
listen. It's brainwashed.
That's the same thing to us as Jewish students. That's literally the same thing. If the Klan showed up on campus for you. Ever thought about that?
LJ, you know what
No, you should. Well, don't take it like that.
It literally is. They're
They're
denying
misinformed
Jewish
college
students from
kids who
going
don't
to
know what
class.
they're saying.
They're denying students from going to class. Literally, there was a guy named Eli Civele from UCLA. He had to go to class, and he had to walk past the encampment. And literally,
Like,
they
yeah,
protesters,
that's bad. People shouldn't be doing that. They should go to jail for
Protesters.
harassing Jewish students.
protesters harassed him. They put their it's their keffiyehs. I don't know if that's what their head things are called, the keffiyehs, right?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, dude. And this is you're being really cringe right now, and this is you look really bad for the Jewish
not being
community.
cringe,
This is coming from another minority. Right, and especially the way that most people are viewing Jewish people right now. Making this the
Anti-Semitism.
argument that what it sounds like you're doing currently is you're justifying Trump violating the First Amendment to protect Jewish students, and you're also Jewish.
Anti-Semitism is not
Okay,
cringe.
yeah, okay. Dude, this is really cringe. Stop doing this. You're actively hurting the Jewish community. Holy shit, please.
I'm Jewish, dude.
Yes, you as a Jew are hurting the Jewish
Me?
community. Yes,
No,
when
I'm-
you when you as a
No,
Jewish
I'm
person
defending
come
my
out and
community.
you
I
are
will never hurt
justifying
my
First
own
Amendment
community.
violations to protect your community, people are gonna look at you even worse. Absolutely.
Like who? Like liberal Jews or
Everybody on the most people on the left, a lot of people on the right now.
like who on the right? Like Fuentes? I hate Fuentes.
Candace Owens, anybody in it? Alright.
I don't like Candace Owens either.
Well, we're not helping your situation, dude.
I try to be.
Yeah, well, if you want those like to feed into their narratives, then keep doing this thing where it's like, well, I'm Jewish, so violating rights is okay in America. You're not helping your situation.
I'm not saying violating rights is okay.
that you're justifying it though. This is like when I say,
like-
hey, when
like,
like
why-
look, dude, when you're on a panel, you're like, I'm Jewish. Wait, sorry. When I say something like the Trump administration is going so far to protect Jewish students that they're violating rights, and then you say I'm Jewish. Well, these are examples in which they're violating rights. It comes off as you're trying to justify the right violations that are happening instead of just saying they shouldn't happen.
Also, how come when Charlie Kirk or Ben Shapiro was going to campus, there were literally riots outside? It's like
Yeah,
they
it's
don't
bad.
want
That's
them.
right. You
And
think I'm
they
gonna
have their-
justify
they
political
have that
violence
First
here?
Amendment too.
What's your goal? Like, what was your goal by making that statement?
My goal is to protect Jewish students on college campuses and make them safe.
Do you think I'm not advocating for that?
If you're defending Palestinian protesters, I don't think so. If you're defending
I'm defending
pro-terrorist
Palestinian protesters up to the point where their free speech ends, and then after that, whatever. Trump administration can go attack them as much as they want, but they can't violate their First Amendment rights. Look, you understand the Harris administration took multiple actions to proactively protect Jewish students on the campus, right?
They didn't send the guard.
Was the guard ever sent to any campus to protect Jewish students?
Nope.
In Trump? In Trump's administration, was that ever happen?
Nope, because the protests died down.
Okay.
And the Biden administration should have sent the guard in.
The protests died down under Biden's administration.
No, they refused.
Most of the camps ended under the Biden administration.
LJ, this ain't Israel.
I know it's not, but
Dude, look.
LJ,
Bring it in, my Jewish brother. I love you. Okay, I love him.
Yeah, scratch. But LJ, one thing, LJ, when you justify this, when it turns around and bites you up the arse, yeah, then you're gonna think twice.
okay. Yeah.
What's up, Bill?
Hi, hello.
What's up? What do you see, Ruth?
Nothing. I just wanted to say I found your show and I like it. You're really well spoken and keep up the good work. That's all. I didn't come here to debate.
Thanks,
Just
man.
wanted to give you a compliment.
I enjoy it, bro. I enjoy it.
And of all like the Democrats can criticize, they can protest, they can threaten to unalive Trump all they fucking want.
It's definitely
Trump's not phased by any of that shit because Trump's a fucking badass.
Well, Trump called for the hanging and arrest of 6 Democratic lawmakers, by the way. So go.
Don't talk about Israel, yeah?
Yeah, I don't like you just said like Democrats are the ones doing that. Like, what's the evidence of that?
Oh, you want evidence?
Like
I can
Democratic
pull up
lawmakers.
Democratic lawmakers. Okay, okay. This is actually fucking perfect. I love this.
Oh, are you gonna bring up the Virginia law guy?
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
Okay.
All right.
Any public statements made by Democrats calling for
Okay.
the
Listen.
Tell you, Kavanaugh. I want to tell you, Kavanaugh, you have released the whirlwind and you will pay the price. You won't know what hit you if you
This is Chuck
go
Schumer.
forward with these awful decisions.
Kamala Harris seemingly praising the summer's chaos. This is her in her own words. You decide.
This is a movement, I'm telling you. They're not going to stop. And everyone beware, because they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop before Election Day in November, and they're not going to stop after Election Day. And that should be, everyone should take note of that on both levels, that they're not going to let up, and they should not, And
7 minutes of that stuff. Also, remember when Maxine Waters? Also, there's another something here I remember of Maxine Waters.
Yeah, so you understand that Chuck Schumer came out and publicly apologized for his statements, and Kamala Harris advocating for the BLM protests is perfectly fine, especially since most of them are peaceful. And Joe Biden and her actively criticized the violence and rioting that was going on. So that message isn't consistent with advocating for political violence. I think the more concerning part is the fact that, and the kid didn't bring it up, and it's correct.
There's really way more. There's way more. 7 minutes.
Huh?
There's.
Can you give me the equivalent example of like Joe Biden to Donald Trump, of like Joe Biden doing something, of Donald Trump
Joe
calling
Biden
for the
called
death?
half of Trump supporters garbage.
Okay. Okay.
He called half of Trump supporters, or literally like half the country of his own citizens, garbage.
Donald Trump has called
That's ridiculous.
all Democrats radical loony leftists.
Mm-hmm.
Said the fascists, Marxists. Like, do we want to like? Yeah, I'm not saying. Yeah, of course, every side is insulted.
All right, here, CNN.
I'm not denying that.
Maxine Waters calls for protesters to get more
wait.
confrontational if no guilty verdict is reached in Derek Chauvin trial.
Wait. Can you give me an equivalent to like Donald Trump calling for the death of 6 Democratic lawmakers?
Maxine Waters calls for protesters to get more confrontational if no guilty verdict is reached in Derek Chauvin trial. This was from April 19th, 2021, during the Derek Chauvin trial. Where he was,
who do you think has
where he
more?
was found
Who do you think
guilty.
has? Wait, who do you think has more political power, Maxine Waters or Donald Trump?
Trump.
Okay, so do you think it's? What do you think is worse, Maxine Waters saying get more confrontational, or Trump openly calling for the death of 6 Democrats?
I think Maxine Waters. I think the Democrats just want violence in the streets so they can gain more power. They love violence way more than Republicans.
You just said that Donald Trump has more political power, so it have
He does.
more reach and more ways to effectuate any of his beliefs. But yet, for some reason, what Maxine Waters said was worse. Okay.
Oh yeah, there's literally a 7-minute compilation video of Democrats calling for violence. And here's more.
Congresswoman.
Here's Jasmine Crockett just recently here.
That your policies are bad. I can say you're a criminal because you have been found guilty of 34 convictions. Like, I can say all these things because they are true. That's not even just free speech. These are just facts. So don't get mad that I speak the truth and I speak facts, but I literally have never said anything to invoke violence.
Actually, never mind. And everybody. Tears are claiming, but
what's wrong with her saying that?
Here's Biden. You asked for Biden before?
Huh?
Here's Biden. Listen.
The MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
And yes, there are many threats to democracy. We see it with these extreme candidates.
I just don't even know.
How's that advocating for violence? What? Wait. I can't. Wait. No. I'm done. I'm not being nice to you. I've been nice to you way too long. No, shut the fuck up. Be quiet. Donald Trump literally came out, called for the death of 6 Democratic lawmakers, openly said, hang them, like George Washington would have. Previously, he said we need to beat the hell out of radical loony leftists, which is commonly called every single Democrat a radical loony leftist. He made fun of Nancy Pelosi's husband when she got struck with a hammer. He failed to comment. I don't remember if he even condemned what happened to who's the person in Minnesota.
Look, I'll admit one thing.
Donald Trump is infinitely worse in every way. I'll admit
what he said about Rob Reiner was
back in 2016, he said they're going to take away your Second Amendment rights and there's nothing you can do about it. This dude is always calling for violence. And then
there's one
call Joe Biden called Trump supporters garbage, and he apologized afterwards. Come on.
When did he apologize? Tell me the video of him apologizing.
Yeah, okay. Let me find it.
Also, the thing about what he said about Rob Reiner was terrible. Like, I get it. Like, Rob Reiner hated Trump and Trump hated him, but he couldn't have said it. But he could have said it way, 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 way better. What Trump said was terrible about Rob Reiner.
It's selective outrage. The thing that you should be most outraged about is the fact that your president called for the deaths of 6 Democratic lawmakers. That should be the thing you should be most upset about. But you're bringing up Joe Biden.
I mean, they're trying to overthrow Trump when they're trying to overthrow him. It's not stated in the video explicitly, but when they say quote they can disobey illegal orders. They said it's literally just a code. It's
in the law. Trump. It's in the DOJ's law of war manual. You can disobey illegal.
Yeah,
orders.
Whatever they said. It's literally a code word for them.
Okay, so what's your evidence? It's a code word.
Do a governmental uprising against.
What's your evidence? It's a code word.
It's not evidence. It's just my belief.
So you have a belief about evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you don't have any evidence for that. You just believe
your
it.
Favorite,
you're so please. I can't insult you. I can't insult you. You have such bad TDS though. It's insane. You're deranged about this, dude. You're deranged. You literally just said no, dude. You literally just said the Democrats are trying to overthrow Trump because they made a video telling military members to follow the law, and it's a secret code to get over. And I don't have any evidence for it. Come on, bro. Like it's literally a cult. This is insane.
Oh look, here's Jasmine Crockett.
We are gonna be in your face.
He's getting kicked out of my life.
Hey, good morning, good evening, good night. So, is the previous guest still with us, or
no? The previous guest has been kicked.
Yeah, because I just wanted to ask him. I heard him say something about absurd, like, "Oh, they wanted to kill him." But my only question, and I try to ask every leftist that I ever speak to, is other than what they see on CNN, MSNBC, and their TikTok feed, what is the explicit, main factual reason that they oppose Trump? I see that I'm only one. I'm genuinely asking. Factual.
Okay.
What is it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Facts.
Actually, absolutely. The main genuine reason why I oppose Donald Trump is his dislike of his democratic values and principles, and
Wait,
how
be
he
specific.
tried to soft coup the 2020 election.
Now, again, you're not talking about a specific. You're talking about Jack Smithson on CNN. I'm talking about
Okay,
factual.
let me get real specific. So, Sidney Powell, John Eastman, Rudy Giuliani, Kenneth Chesebro, and a couple other lawyers were hired privately by Donald Trump to conspiratize how to illegally overturn the. Can I finish? This is not news. In Georgia, both Kenneth Chesebro and Sidney Powell pleaded guilty to making fake electors. Now we can get specifically what is the. Can I finish? I'm not lying. You said you want specifics. I'm giving you specifics. You want me to explain?
They did not plead to the guilty to that. They pleaded guilty so they can avoid any type of overreaching type of prosecution. If they pleaded guilty, Sidney Powell would have turned the state's evidence, and the Georgia prosecution would have still been on.
What do you think a guilty plea means?
No, they didn't plead guilty. All charges were dropped. If you go look at the mugshots, you will not see Sidney Powell or John Eastman on a mugshot. What are you talking about?
That's not. No, Kenneth Chesebro. Wait, you're just lying right now.
Post the links. Post the links right here to my man.
I will absolutely.
Because you have to understand something. The entire reason why they did it, he said, find me more votes. Same thing that Bernie Sanders said. Same thing that the guy in 2000.
That is not the thing I'm talking about. You were confused, little bro.
No. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the fake electors.
Yes, in Georgia. Correct?
Yeah, I'm not talking. Yeah, the find me more votes thing. Wasn't about the fake elector. Wasn't about the fake elector scheme. That was him talking about election fraud. Huh?
So you're saying, remember the Bernie Sanders shooter at the softball field? Do you remember that? Where he's just Steve Scalise that almost got killed? Are you familiar? Are you saying he's responsible for that because he was hyping everybody up to hate Trump? Or
no, that's not what I never said anything about that. You're legitimately confused. When he said find me your votes, it was in relation to election fraud in relation to election fraud. I'm talking about the electoral college. Votes.
You're talking about the electoral fraud in Georgia.
No, electoral college. Wait. Do you understand how the electoral college works?
Do you?
Yes.
Okay, so we're talking about the Georgia case.
So let me try and explain this because you obviously a little confused. So the electoral college basically works is that according to population, every state has a certain amount of like electoral points, and how almost every state works, I think it's besides Nebraska, is that if in a given state you win that respective state, it means that you get the most amount of votes.
Maine as well. It's not just Nebraska. Go ahead.
Yeah, all those electoral votes go to you. So when Donald Trump was talking about 5 million more votes, he was talking about actual votes, not electoral votes that were going to electoral college. I'm talking about the fake electors. You're talking about something else. Okay.
How is that possible? If you understand elections, you cannot find more votes. If you're talking about finding more electors, that's fine. Votes are
Kenneth Chesebro, a lawyer who authored memos detailing how Republicans should send false slates of president electors to Congress, has pleaded guilty in Georgia election interference case. The charge him with him and 18 others. Chesebro pleaded Friday to one felony count with conspiracy to commit false documents.
Back all day about who reads what. I'm asking. I can read something that contradicts that. Okay, I agree. My point being is right now.
So you can see the point. Got it. So you don't know anything. You don't know how electoral college works. You don't know. You didn't know the cafeteria actually did plead guilty because he did to making these fake electors. So did Sidney Powell. Maybe you should just maybe I'm just speaking facts. Oof.
Okay, let's just move on to the next because you're facts.
No. I understand this. No, I'm good. You just lost on that point. I understand this. I'm good.
Let me ask you, where are you reading that from? Because you're reading it, just like
from NPR. From NPR.
Huh?
From NPR?
Oh, NPR or Biden? Oh, okay. You mean
Biden
the
made
Biden
NPR?
You mean National Public Resources? The one NPR? You mean the Democratic arm? But listen, are we gonna go back and forth?
NPR's lying about this? Can you imagine that?
You're talking about NPR. Let me ask. You're gonna actually refrain to PBS too, right? You're gonna say PBS, NPR, CNN. Come on, man. Let's move.
PBS is fine. Or NPR is fine. I don't know about CNN.
Well, of course, NPR is fine to you. That's National Public Radio. That's been left leaning 98%.
No, it's their factual bias rating, actually. But
why
sorry,
did
it's
he
their factual
defund it
rating.
then if it was a super leftist?
Huh?
Why did Trump refund, or I'm not refund, why did he defund NPR if it wasn't extreme leftist? You know it and I know it. PBS, NPR, USAID, they were a leftist.
Oh, he just got rid. I don't know if NPR is even that. He just got rid of USAID entirely, so all contracts and funding under that just got immediately terminated. Of course. Huh?
Look up. He cut federal funding for NPR as well. They're suing.
Yeah, because USAID
right?
got abolished. It was because NPR was super left leaning.
Exactly. So why are you quoting what?
What?
NPR
That's a
says?
completely different policy. What?
NPR
What does that have to do
policy.
with NPR being factual and on this specific thing? What do you think? Do you think funding from the government being cut to NPR means that they're lying about any specific given topic?
Well, again, so you're someone who reads the news and take it as gospel. Is that what you're saying? NPR is a radio station, bro. That
No,
propaganda.
news isn't news. Like when news lies, right? Usually they're omitting some kind of facts. So like if Fox News was reporting on like a case and said this case, can I finish? Can I finish? No. So Fox News, for instance, can I finish? Okay. If Fox News was like if Fox News was like reporting on like the Jack Smith indictment pertaining to falsifying seditious, referring to conspiracy, they'd probably be right in the fact that the case got dismissed, but they would omit the fact of why the case got dismissed, right? So
Fox
if the
News
only
is freaking right-leaning. I will agree with you. Fox News can't be trusted.
yeah,
I
but
will agree with
news
you
agencies
100%.
won't usually lie about any individual given fact.
Oh, come on, man. Are you in third grade or are you a grown
No,
man?
the problem is that they omit facts. Like this is the most like basic like news 101 thing of media analysis. Yeah.
Well, why do you keep trying to explain news? There's no way.
That's how it works. Do you not understand? Would you like me here? I'll be nice. Would you like me to go onto Court Listener and find the actual case for you?
Another thing you read on the internet. I mean, come on. Are we gonna?
No, Court Listener. No, Court. Wait. Do you know what Pacer is?
All right, brother. I mean, how
So Pacer is the government's website that organizes court that like keeps track of all of court dockets, right? So what Court Listener does is they take all the motions filed by the plaintiffs and defendants, and they take that. So if you want me to, I will go right now. I'll get the case number of the case. I'll go put it into Court Listener, and I'll bring up the actual plea deal. Would you like me to do that?
.com or .org or .gov?
It's
Come on,
.org.
go ahead and tell me. Oh, okay, Mr. .org man. Or you .gov? I figured you'd be a
Yeah,
.gov
I'm not
guy.
paying for a Pacer account. Oh.
The internet. So listen, are we gonna talk about things factual? I'm empty list. Can we just get past?
Wait. I'm not. I don't want to talk. Wait. Do you understand what Pacer is?
Hey, where's the word?
What is What is Pacer?
Host. Listen, I really want to have an intellectual conversation with you, but I want.
You're not having an intellectual conversation when I literally tell you that Pacer is a government organization that keep track of cases in their dockets, and that to access Pacer. Can I finish? Can I finish? Thank you. To access Pacer. Give me a sec. To access Pacer, you have to pay money for it. Which I'm not gonna do. But Court Listener. But wait, can I finish? Court Listener. Can I finish? Court Listener takes all the court dockets from Pacer and just puts them into its website. So all the original documents are still from the actual district courts and actual federal courts. It's just on a .org website.
It can still be boiled down to an opinion. I want to talk about things that are factual. And the Senate committee.
A judge's ruling on a .org website isn't an opinion?
What do you mean the judge's ruling?
Yes.
There's been no judge's ruling on a .org opinion. Well, give me a reference. Well, give me a link.
From
that
court,
you're
the
speaking
Court
about.
Listener, like what?
Listen, was it in San Francisco? Was it the Ninth Circuit? Come on, man. How many times has the leftist judge?
I was from Georgia. Wait, are you serious? Like, so wait. So if the New York, if the New York, wait, the New York Post does this all the time. Wait, I want to be clear. So if the New York Post downloaded a PDF from a district court's docket, of a ruling, posted that on their web, posted that link in their article. Is that link not trustable anymore?
See the link, my man.
Is the link
Post
not
the
trustable
link.
anymore?
Because if it says New York Post, New York Times, Washington Post, I mean, come on, brother. It's just a motherfucker behind the screen typing it. I mean, you can't be gullible.
Are we serious?
I agree with you. The right is a lying fucking sack of shit. The Republicans are lying garbage, worst scum of the scum. That you're not gonna hear any arguments with me, my man.
That's not what I said. You literally just said what you're basically saying is that if a news source takes an article from a primary source in the government, if like the New York Times or Fox News were to take. Can I finish? If the New York Times or Fox News
is a lying garbage trash can.
Are you okay? You're just raging.
Well, no, go ahead. I just
what you're saying is that like if mainstream media like took a judge's ruling in a court case from the court's document from their website, they downloaded a PDF and they posted that link in their article, right? That would not be reliable.
How old are you, 20, 21? You keep saying mainstream media like that means it's gospel. Don't you understand? They're all fucking liars.
You just didn't engage anything what I said. Okay. Holy shit. That's insane.
Scratch.
What?
You're a good guy.
Yeah,
W Scratch. W Scratch. He's doing a good thing, guys.
W Scratch.
He's doing a good thing, guys.
W Mans.
Please say W Scratch. Please. He's doing a good. No, so Scratch. One thing. Can I tell you something?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
You need to get a tinfoil hat. That guy was crazy. You need to start getting tinfoil hats, and I just can't listen to it. I can't listen. What side is he on?
I don't even know, bro. It was just I can't like the zero amount of like media analysis is just frustrating to me.
I've been waiting to say it.
What?
You're on the right side of history.
I'm on the right side or the left side of history?
No, like the good side.
The good side. Okay.
All right.
See ya, man.
See ya, man.
Yeah, that's the kind of guy. If I actually showed him the source, he'd get mad because the URL said .com. Like that's what I was. That's why I didn't share it.
You're so cute, bro. You're actually so cute. I can't believe it, bro. You're so cute.
No.
You're so cute. Oh.
I'm really ugly, actually. Define hate. Which is a semantic reduction of define. Okay, let me read comments. Go search anything about Trump on Google, and then ask the same thing about Biden. See what you get. Can this kid back up anything? Taco Bell judge's ruling, in his opinion, based on the facts. When somebody says opinion, they're not going by the literal definition of opinion, y'all. Okay, holy shit. Obviously, PDF file lover 9 number 1. It really hurts that. That's all you have, isn't it? Lol. Crying about your farm problems on Trump, John A. Caller trying to pivot so hard away from the facts. He got caught in his own BS, or he started both sides crap, yeah. These lives depressing. They are depressing. I agree. It'd be less depressing if you subscribe to me and you like the live. Okay. Holy voice crack. It'd be less depressing if you subscribed. Yeah, I'm gonna take the fine to be an explanation of a term. Okay. Yeah, I just consider it to be the case that hate me and just straw just look up something. Okay. By the way, guys, if you enjoy my content and you want to donate to me, no pressure. My Patreon is my link tree, which is in the description. If you are enjoying the live and you want to talk, if you disagree with the live, in my opinions, you want to talk, you can either come onto TikTok here and request up a panel, or you can come onto the Discord and add me there if you don't have TikTok, and we can talk there. I'll end the TikTok live, or at least stop having panelists.
You're so cute. Also, what's your favorite song? You're so cute. Anyways, what's your favorite song? As I was.
He's getting better with these fake accounts. Like, yikes.
You're so cute. What's your favorite song? On God, on God, on God.
On God.
Who are we absolutely demolishing, destroying?
With facts and logic.
With facts and logic. Also, I'm with my girlfriend right now, so I might just randomly leave at some point in time. Because she might get bored of the facts and logic that we're spitting at these Trump supporters.
So wait, you're gonna cuck yourself out to avoid instead of staying for day ones. That's what I mean.
Yep.
Did your girlfriend hear that?
No, she's taking her makeup off right now.
L plus ratio.
True. Give up the Foyd and go for some boys. It's okay. I've already gotten enough boys like Scratch.
Give
and
up the Foyd and go for
and
the
Lucas
Moid.
and Scratch, Cringy, Lucas, Hex, Ringold.
True.
Annoying. Definitely annoying.
True.
Do you want me to up people or not?
You want to, go ahead. Bro, I've had this problem in debates before, where basically, it's just like it's only low IQ people who do this, right? If any of you have ever tried to like find court cases without using like Pacer or like Court Listener or something like to the tune of that, it is annoying. You have to like search up the court, and by the way, if that shit's appealed, it's not on that court's docket anymore. You have to go to that court and you have to look through all their opinions to try and find the case. It's super painful.
L,
So,
what's
like-
up? What's up? Do it again.
Hi, hello.
Howdy.
Man, that last guy sounded like one of them boys.
True.
True.
Don't mind me if eating my chicken.
Anyway, what is your contention with Trump exactly?
Okay, bro's just munching. He wants to unalive
He's
Democrats
no what? He's orange.
Oh, based.
Mm-hmm. But no, yeah, it's no thing. Unlike Democrats, hates free speech.
I thought you said something about the there was something more specific earlier about the election.
Oh, the fake electors? Yeah.
Yeah, that and yeah, he hates free speech, but is that all? There's more things.
Yeah, I said he tried to do soft
be,
coup in the government. Yeah, that was
disappointing.
Fake electors. That's pretty bad. That's usually not very good. Probably shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you freaking.
Yeah, I'd say the soft
Green.
coup is probably top 5 worst.
Pretty. Some might even call it cringe. Perhaps.
I mean, the whole point of him getting it, he against the swamp, but he just became a part of it.
I agree, bro.
He was always a part of it.
Well, yeah, I see that now.
Oop, someone's at my door.
Stole the drink.
Yeah, dude.
He's different. Oh, he swears he's based.
Let me help this guy out instead of a 2v1.
Fuck you, 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 fuck
Good
you.
argument, bud.
Get a job, get a job, get a job, get a job, get a job. This
You don't have a job.
this live's getting banned. This
Oh my god, did you see that forehead?
Nope, not getting my live band. Ain't happening. Dude, I legit like it every time. No, were you here when I like was getting on? I was kind of busting Caden's balls and immediately like flagged me and restricted my life for harassment and bullying. Were you there for that?
I'm sorry, say it again.
I was asking Noah, but he's not listening.
Oh. Yeah, I think he left.
I love Trump. Little boy, go do something that will make your life better. 13-year-old is only excuse for 13 yo is the only excuse for support Trump now. What? Donate? I wouldn't go around telling people that. Don't. I think. Well, who was you responding to? Tried of fraudulent spend. Tired. I gosh, it's tried. Tired of fraudulent spending from Democrats and Republicans. Okay, some libertarian bullshit. How kind of a setting to call him a little boy, Jacob. Must be a Trump supporter. TDS is a beautiful thing. I agree. Trump de-sucking syndrome, because TikTok hates me right now. Do you think tariffs will work to bring back jobs and money back into the U.S.? No. Necessary. Tariffs need to do a couple things, right? So tariffs need to cause inflation, right? So if tariffs aren't causing inflation, then we're not going to see jobs being brought back, because the point of a tariff is that it increases the prices. It makes it gives more of an advantage to like local producers here. So currently, inflation is going down, which means that tariffs aren't currently doing their job at getting manufacturing back. But even then, I don't think we would get any manufacturing anyways, even if we were seeing inflation, just due to the fact that like companies think longer than 4-year increments when it comes to like planning where the production is going to be, and understand like a Democratic president could come in, get rid of all the tariffs, or the Supreme Court or Congress like they've been doing recently. It's just outright getting rid of them. Yeah, this kid doesn't know shit, guys. What did I say that was wrong, Jacob? I literally just said that if the point of tariffs, right, that you're trying to do is to like make local manufacturing more competitive and bring back jobs, and you're gonna need to like raise the prices of goods and cause some amount of inflation because that's an indicator that those foreign goods that are being imported are becoming more expensive than domestic goods, which makes it more competitive for domestic manufacturers here, or for people to manufacture shit here. So if we're not seeing inflation, then necessarily tariffs aren't working to bring jobs back. Like, what did I say that's wrong?
They'll call you every name in the book, but they can't call you a liar.
You act like tariffs were a singular start. You have no idea the global plan, bro. I never said tariffs were a singular start. I just said if the goal is to bring back jobs, which the other person asked me about, and which was one of the stated goals, then you're going to have to see some amount of inflation for that to happen. And we didn't see inflation under Trump's term. Or not, inflation at least is currently going down, at least the rate is. So it's not working. Like, unless you could tell me how I'm wrong about that. I'd love to know. It's better to keep your mouth closed and let people think you're a fool than to open it and remove all doubt. Old people's quotes are so annoying. Holy shit. YouTube chat is being regarded once again. If I say old person quote in chat, that'll make him change his mind. Okay, I'll make it very simple, guys. If you want to bring manufacturers and jobs back to America, you need to make it less expensive for them to manufacture their goods here. Okay? And so to do that, what you do is you impose a tariff, which is going to increase the price of the imported goods.
Shut
Causing,
the fuck
because
up.
what's
Fuck you,
inflation?
you can't get
Inflation
rid of
is
me,
a
bitch.
change in the
Fuck you, fuck you,
rate
fuck you,
price.
fuck you. You can't get rid of me. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Can't get rid of me, dumbass. Dumbass, dumbass. Thanks.
Okay. What is inflation? It is a change in the rate price of a basket of goods, at least the CPI, Consumer Price Index, right? So for that to happen, you need to see some kind of inflation. Otherwise, prices aren't going up, and if prices aren't going up, then it isn't more efficient or less expensive for those manufacturers to manufacture in America. If you aren't seeing inflation from tariffs, right, and your goal is to bring manufacturing back, then necessarily they aren't working. Holy shit. Maybe easy. This is the low IQ chat. Holy shit. Ban. Nope, fuck you. Ban. $24 hours. See ya. Fuck you. Wow, host is killing it. Don't know who the poorly raised child is, but an embarrassment to his mother. You were like 5 years old. Don't work or no. I have worked 4 jobs in the past, my friend. It's my entire chat is literally 65-year-old. Like, I know. Like, I look at the statistics. The majority, I think it's like I forgot what they call it.
Hey, so if Dean came to your door asking to have head, would you do it? Would you accept the
Okay,
offer?
get off my life, little bro.
That's what Parker was.
Sorry, relative majority. Sorry. Okay. So I know I've looked at the data. The relative majority of y'all are old as fuck. Okay, 65 plus. Okay, so I know a lot of people in here. It's getting late. All right, got sundown. Going a little cuckoo crazy down in the comments. Let's try and keep it real. We think before we. This is one of the old persons say. Think before you speak. Okay, and by speaking I mean type some stupid chat. And if you get my nerves enough, I will ban you. How much tax did you pay, little bud? 0. Because mom pays my taxes for me. Okay. Parker asked. Parker did not ask, bro. I know. You hear that smoke detector chirp? Okay, nice racism, little bro. I've heard that one before. Be funnier. I have for plenty of reasons. What's your reasons? Oh, freedom of speech violations. Promotion of like violent rhetoric. Try to coup the government in 2020. I don't think it's good. Like a soft coup. I think that's pretty bad. I think he's extremely corrupt. Recent examples would be the Eric Adams situation, corrupt quid pro quo, the lawfare and political persecutions of James Comey, Letitia James, seemingly the politically motivated investigation of Jack Smith is currently going on. incompetency. We could look at if this is like not talked about a lot, but California water situation that was at the start of this year. Him like literally making up policies on like True Social, saying he did it. Like there's so the amount of points I could make are the list is infinite and my time is finite. I'll put it that way. Yeah, I'll put my research here. Okay, consolidation of power. Oh, I didn't even the Signalgate leak. Holy shit, I forgot about that. I have a second in my doc on this, and my research doc, and I didn't even. Yikes! Holy shit.
I have a feeling that was done on purpose.
Maybe. No, actually, I feel like showing my YouTube chat something. Wait, vertical sources. Yeah, I don't know if YouTube chat can see this. Wait, YouTube? YouTube, tell me if you can see this. I want one's in chat right now if you can see this. Okay, you can. Here, I'm gonna edit this for y'all. Control. No, it's Alt. And we're just gonna go to here. Okay. So I get this is a good time to make this announcement. So guys, I don't know what you guys are talking about in chat. Probably some bullshit. Let me look. Still can't name. Bro, when you're growing up, you realize the conservative ways, right? So I've loved a lot of people in here think I'm just like super uninformed or don't know anything about the topics I'm talking about, and I've noticed that both on TikTok and on YouTube. But I think the reality is quite the opposite. I think I'm decently informed on most subjects. I think most of the points I have like substantial evidence for, and to note that I take extensive research, take notes on like everything and like all this research that I do. So this is just my research doc for Trump's second term, right? This is what I have so far. I have a website of all my research docs for like formal debates. I have an econ doc. I have an immigration doc. That's the one I spent the most time on. If you're interested in looking at my research, because right, I'm not somebody who just says bullshit. I actually do research. You guys can go to my link tree. I'm going to be posting the link to the website there within probably the next 24 hours. But yeah, I felt like joining because you guys say I'm really uninformed and I don't know anything, but I take time to do research and take notes, and I know none of you do that at all. You're all old people who sit there and criticize me for being young without actually having any clue about what you're talking about. But the world keeps on turning.
I'm actually really glad I found you. It's really hard to find people that can speak well.
Scratch, I have 2 questions. Wait, me? What do you ask that?
Yo, I was just on Cringy Leftist Live. Isn't that your brother?
Yeah.
Do you guys live next to each other? Are you guys like a room away from each other?
Yeah, my brother's family. Well, it's like not a green screen. It's technically like a algorithm, but we're not into. But I think it's like just a closet. So we're 2 walls away.
Oh, okay. You guys are just like living in the same crib.
Yeah.
Pretty fire.
I didn't know that he had a twin. I had been going on his streams for a while, and then you popped up. I thought it was just him, but he like rebranded. And then you guys are identical twins, I'm guessing, right? Because you guys look the exact same.
We're not identical twins. Sorry, let me read. We don't know. Bro, when he grew up, no way he made it a Google Doc. Trump is a guy. You're very informed. You're doing great. But how do you stop from false sources? I try my hardest. Like, you have to have some kind of media literacy. There's been times I for my immigration research doc, there have been multiple times where I had wrong information. I didn't know something was wrong, and I had to go back and like look deeper into the methodology. Knowing if something's false is oftentimes getting just really deep on a topic. Like, sometimes you'll find a source and like, wow, this is super in depth, this is super good, and you'll keep reading super deep and like, oh wow, this source is like hated by like this community is super into this topic because this isn't this. You write a money cope. Incorrect zoomer. Trump. 8. I don't give credit to any of these systems. Shot. Finish over telling truth. Lunatic, you're catching on. I literally have a notebook I write my research in. Oh, that's cool, dude. I don't think your brother. Someone that's in the closet. Definitely not working. He's Midwest, failed country. Cause I'm 76 years old. Most of them are not old. They just don't have time to search for truth. ESP Trumpers. Ooh, getting called out. Doesn't realize both sides are the same. GG. Show me where any of the government central systems have shown success. Well, oh, you're libertarian. Okay, that's why. Research is good. That's not how you learn how things really are. What does that mean? Digging past Google's bias is a pain. I agree. It is kind of a pain. Look, I don't. Here are good news sites. Washington Post, New York Times, NPR is okay. CBS, NBC. The reason I like all these isn't because they don't do things like omit facts sometimes, but these websites will like a lot of times directly link to source material, right? Which is super important, especially when you're trying to do research to like prove things that you're going to use as like sources in political debates, right? So like the BBC, oftentimes like they're pretty factual in everything they report. They only link to themselves. It's not like I can't use that in a debate. It's just the BBC, just infinite cycle of self-referring to itself. So, it's for me.
Trust me, bro.
Yeah. So, yeah, it is a trust me, bro. Big black what? No, mine's not big. It's my MBC. Okay.
I'm so petty says, let me in.
This has to be troll.
Any real people? Clowns.
BBC's factual MAO. Yeah, it's factual. There's a difference between something being factual and something being a good source. Yeah, like what a good source will be able to prove the claim that you're making. Well, whether it's something. So when I say something factual, that means that like the information or like what it tells you is generally true, right? So when I say the BBC is factual, that means when they make a statement, that statement is generally a true statement. I don't have to worry about them like that being just like a lie or something. When I say it's a bad source, I say that because it doesn't prove any of its claims. Okay, so a good source will be factual and it'll be evidentiary. So you'll be able to actually use it in a debate. This is like, wow, people are actually so mind controlled. It's actually insane. Oh wait.
Excuse me?
You're excused.
I seek out numerical data. Yeah. Yes. So like if there's like if an article cites some kind of data and then it links to it, that's like a good source, usually. Like that's why people use Wikipedia. Don't like source Wikipedia. Use Wikipedia to find the sources. That's why I said they're good. That's why I said I like the New York Post, Washington Post, not the New York Post, sorry, New York Times, Washington Post, CBS, MSNBC, because they will link to it. So it's a good jumping off point if I want to. So if I look something up and it's making X claim, I can usually find a link to go straight to the what data or like what .gov site they're using to say that. Yes, exactly. It's like Wiki. You use Wiki to
Why'd you
find the
kick
source.
Dominic?
Huh? Troll.
Oh.
He keeps coming back. Kid's got tenacity. Yes, but make sure you're true. Yeah, like especially when you're getting to like studies, like finding like meta-analysis, multiple meta-analysis preferably, trying to find a consensus on like a certain issue is usually good, because oftentimes you can find studies on any given topic that will support almost any given claim, but not every study is like equal. Some studies have extremely tiny sample sizes and are looking at very specific things and don't really prove anything. Some studies are just proving correlation, but can't prove any kind of like causal inference. But to be clear, mass studies that prove correlation is a step towards like finding if we need to look into some causal link between other things. So those aren't unimportant studies to look at. Just know, like, for whatever claim you're trying to make, know what the study's saying, know what sample size, and it's preferably some kind of meta-analysis, and try and find an academic consensus on any given issue. Oof. Who was this teenage girl? True. What's up, Queens? Slay. May I talk? Why remove? Why am I gone? Caden, go message Rennie. I'll tell him like what the fuck is his like question. Scratch, we are attacking best. What? Holy shit, breaking news? Fuck. Wait, is everybody in Discord? No. Wait, come up here. Bowjack. What the fuck? At least 7 explosions in low-flying aircraft heard in Caracas, or in Venezuela, in Caracas. This is from the AP News. Caracas, Venezuela, AP. At least 7 explosions in low-flying aircraft were heard at around 2 a.m. local time Saturday in the Venezuelan capital, Caracas. It was not immediately clear what was behind the explosions. The Venezuelan government, the Pentagon White House, did not immediately respond for request for comment. People were seeing streets. Some could be seeing the difference from various areas of Caracas. This comes as U.S. military has been targeting in recent days alleged drug smuggling boats. On Friday, Venezuela said it wasn't open to negotiation and agreement with the United States to combat drug trafficking. The South American country's president, Nicolas Maduro, also said in a pre-taped interview aired Thursday that the U.S. wants to force a government change in Venezuela and gain access to its vast oil reserves through Moslog pressure campaign that began with a massive military deployment in the Caribbean Sea in August. Maduro has been charged with narco-terrorism in the U.S. CIA has been behind a drone strike last week, attacking
Yawn.
Let's see. Do we have any? Okay, so just
I got nothing out of that.
Hmm. I don't want to jump the gun here. I'm not gonna say we're at war. Well, no, we're sorry, to be clear, we are at war. I don't know if. Let me up. There's more. Oh, go ahead, Pal Jack. Am I behind? Am I behind?
Yeah, a little bit. There's video of Blackhawks and Chinooks in the southern part of Caracas right now.
Oh, we're invading.
All U.S. Air Force planes have turned their tracking transponders off. SOAR's been activated. And,
okay, so we're just at war. Okay. Hey guys, wait! No new wars president! Yay! Based. Let's go. Yes. No new wars. No new wars. Guys, we're at war with Venezuela. Let's go. Holy shit.
And CNN, they already had journalists on the ground. I know you were reading AP, but CNN, like, just for mainstream news sources, CNN did report there were low-flying aircraft immediately after the explosions going off.
My question is, what's the mega narrative going to be on this now to try and Paladin, I'm sure you've talked about this because I'm just getting informed. What's the mega narrative right now to justify this invasion, or at least somehow say that this is?
From what I've seen,
yeah.
From what I've seen, just for the couple that I've scrolled through, have just been kind of letting people know what's going on. But the Texas for Trump lady, she is just going with the Republican narrative of it's not technically a war because Congress didn't vote on it. So,
oh my God, guys, the Vietnam War. Wait, we didn't even declare war in Korea, did we?
Nah, but I'm not too worried about like what MAGA's thinking though. This is some fucked up shit that's getting people killed, and this is not a good thing in any shape, form,
oh my
or fashion.
gosh, like these people are so slimy. Disingenuous. Wait, let me. I think I want to hop onto their panel. Wait a minute.
But yeah, I'm gonna keep scrolling through. And
but dude, thank you so much. Honestly, like, dude, I'm like having this. Thanks for coming in here, just like informing. Let me gift you a little bit before you leave.
Oh no! Don't worry about it. Keep it.
No.
Give it to somebody that's a better debater
Too
than
late.
me. Oh, thanks, man.
No problem.
But yeah, I'm gonna keep Paul revering around. I'll see you on the street, Scratch.
Thank you. Good work, soldier. I do have the ability technically to stream other lives. We should be able to do this. It might be a little weird. I wonder what they're discussing right now. Let me listen to Mega Narrative. Tuning in just now, the Mega Narrative and how they're going to cope about their no new wars and peace in the Middle East promise. The cope is unreal. Is my mouse that loud? Holy shit. Oh, my gain is still way up.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, you all should have told me that. That's fine. turn it down in post. Parker, you're not coming up here. How's this? How's that sound? Is that still too loud? Yeah, it's a little loud.
Sounds good to me.
I'm thinking like half volume. What sounds good? That sounds good.
A little low.
We are also. I don't. It's different for the panelists versus everybody else.
Oh, okay.
Keep that in mind. Sorry about the audio, y'all. My mistake. Low on this end, real low. Oh, really? Okay. Oh, yeah. Holy cow, that's really low. Let me throw that up for y'all. Okay, that should be better on the YouTube side. And I can always turn it up just a tiny bit more. Yeah. Okay. How does that sound, y'all? That should be good. Can't hear you. Scratch, your mic is being used in another AP, so you gotta go down there. That's better. Okay, good. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I don't know. Are you also? I don't know. I will say I haven't gotten anybody to even visit my Patreon. Holy shit! I feel like so scummy begging for gifts, but low genuinely, right? Low Kirk genuinely. If I could become a part-time streamer, that would be fun. Bro, it seems like you believe in the left side of politics. I believe it's all a scam. We should have a live debate on YouTube. You down? Oh shit. Somebody wants to debate me. Give me a sec.
On YouTube?
What page? I'll look again. Don't agree, but at least you discuss more ability to talk. No hate. Academic material is published by two publishers, and I'm not sure. Supposed to be skeptical of that information. Get the fuck out of here. What? There's multiple. There's like what? There's like hundreds of journals out there for academic material. What are you talking about? Shifters almost had over 70 people in here tonight, and nearly had to kick 5 people out. I'm so ready to go home. Lol. Oh, shift is almost over. Oh, dude, that sucks. Man, I never had like a. I worked as a host. By the way, because you never worked a job. I've worked jobs. Okay, I worked as a host at a pizza place, and it had like a bar. And what happened? Yeah, so one day I think it was pretty late, and there weren't that many people there. And this guy comes in, he sits down at the bar, and he's like chatting up with some people. And this guy keeps drinking and drinking, and he gets hammered, like he's super drunk. And he starts like going over to all the employees and like hugging us, and like it's like super embarrassing on his side. And he starts hugging my manager, and I like took out my phone, took a picture, and he was doing it so he could see me, but the drunk guy could see him. He was giving me the nastiest look. Oh my gosh, that shit was hilarious. Like, bro actually hated my guts. You have too much free time. You have too much free time as I'm explaining a funny moment for my job that I have, bro. Being a hostess is not a real job? What? Yeah, it's literally harassment, guys. That's a crime. It's not like that bad. It's not like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna unlive or anything. It is harassment though. I didn't ask for tears. I thought it was kind of funny actually. I'm certain you share an ice cream shower with Biden as he did with his. What? How is being a hostess not a real job? Let me be clear, like I
I've
wasn't
been a
just
host.
I wasn't being a host. I was also, since it's a small business, so I'm helping the expo. I'm also like bussing tables too. Can somebody define what a real job is? Like, I feel like when people say that, it's just cope because the yeah. This is like oh my god, you should talk about this all the time. It's like the layers of cope when people don't like you and you like sound or look young or just are young. It's gonna be. Have you ever you've never worked a job, Sonny? You don't have any experience. Actually, I have worked a job. Well, the job I haven't worked isn't real. Well, actually, I've worked as a mover. I did work as a mover all this summer. Well, you haven't been like it's like infinite layers of cope. It's like you could literally never unless you can like change the unless you can like fucking fast forward your life into the future when you're fucking 40 years old. It doesn't matter what kind of experience I have. There's never gonna respect anything you say.
Haters gonna hate.
Well, the old people hate is like especially dumb to me because like
And most of them have fake jobs that can be replaced by
the racism
AI.
hate can be funny sometimes, occasionally, but like the old person hate just comes off as like super salty and like super cringe.
Boomers are the most insufferable generation.
It's anybody, bro. I get fucking shit from Gen Xers now. I get shit from millennials. And come on, bro. Then again,
Most people are slaves.
Yeah, true. I'll be clear. I'm on the bleeding edge of adulthood in the fact that I became 18 6 months ago, but doesn't mean I don't know anything about politics.
Thank you for saying it. I've been holding it back.
What? Holding what back?
I've been dying at you how old you are.
Oh yeah, yeah. You just ask, dude. It's fine.
Nah, it's not really important, but it is impressive
My age, like,
that you're
here. This is when I get annoyed about age. It's when somebody does like I'm winning a debate and it's like, how old are you anyways? Like I'm not dumb. I see where that's going, bro. Like, yeah, you're not gonna like, oh wow, let me tell you. So you
yeah,
can
it doesn't
spend,
matter.
So you can spend.
I
10
remember
minutes
being
shitting on me for being young.
yeah,
Cool.
I'm smarter than most.
But yeah, no, but you've been chill up here, so I wouldn't get mad for you asking or drop you.
Yeah, there is a significant lag, so sorry if I seem like I'm interrupting.
R Okay, man. Cool. Say slur. Nobody's stopping you. Maybe not. I'm not gonna ban chatters for saying slurs. I'm not gonna ban chatters for being racist. I'm gonna ban chatters for being annoying. Okay. If you annoy me, you're out of here, bud.
What got you interested in politics?
Some interview questions here, okay? I'm being interrogated currently.
Okay, I'll back off then.
I'm joking. So, basically, I think like my first foray into politics was like, it must have been like a year or two post Gamergate. When was Gamergate? Like 2015?
What's Gamergate?
Gamergate was a decade ago. Yeah. So Gamergate
what is it?
Gamergate was basically a bunch of people being really mad that women were getting into video games. It's probably so it was like I think it was a couple years after Gamergate. I started basically the algorithm started recommending me like older videos from around that time. Basically, do you know what SJW means? This is we're getting old stuff. SJW. Social Justice Warrior. It's basically the new way of saying that somebody's being woke, or the old way. I started getting into that content, like criticizing feminists, kind of like the skeptic community stuff. And a lot of that stuff is like, it gets you kind of down like the right leaning like rabbit hole. And I don't know what happened. No, I stumbled upon this YouTube video by, I forgot his name. It's an anime video, but it's basically explaining like how it kind of got stuck into this right wing rabbit hole. I was like, oh shit, like I was just like taking these people's beliefs and these YouTube videos about these rubber beliefs, and I had like no critical analysis of this shit like whatsoever. And I watched a video, and I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna be a moderate from now on. And I think I ignored politics for a solid 6 months after that. And then my brother, I caught him watching these same exact videos one day, I think, and I recommended him the same video. Then it was some amount of time later. He was literally he was reading the Communist Manifesto, right? So this dude jumped from moderately right to fucking communist in like a matter of a month. Ridiculous. But he was a full on communist Marxist. He got me into that. I was a Marxist for probably 2 years, like a communist. I found this person named Vosh. Not a great guy, personally. Good debater. Political opinions are alright. And I realized that Marxism was cringe, but like socialism is still, I think, a decently good system. And so I think for probably the past 3 years now, I've been or 2 years, I've been a market socialist. So yeah. Seeing a lot of incorrect leftists while doom scrolling during slow shifts got me to doing research so I could argue a little. I have only done one debate, though. I'm mostly just researching to keep my intelligence engaged. Dude, like, if you're not into debates, do long form content. If you don't like doing content, just research for the sake of it. It's fun to a certain extent. Sometimes you get super deep into things where it's like, I'm just doing this because I need to do it for a debate. I don't actually care. Or you do care, but like you don't want to do it. So it's like school. You care, but you don't. Market socialism isn't a real thing. It is. Socialism is the worker owned means of production. That does not necessarily imply that there's no markets, right? You can have worker co-ops, which are the main component in business structure in a market, where workers are collectively owning their means of production, and then those in individual businesses. So they collectively own individual businesses, and then those businesses compete at a market. So you can have markets and socialism, because socialism does not exclude markets. Markets are not a purely capitalist form. There are markets in feudalism. There are markets in Schmalzi Germany. There's markets in every system. Wow, TikTok Live is not doing good. I think everybody's investing in the Venezuelan stuff. Okay, well, I need to do some more research. And I'm not getting any engagement right here, so I'm gonna call it for the night, y'all. Thanks for doing it again. And the TikTok. So I just finished up my TikTok, y'all. Looking at YouTube. Oh, what? Wait, Veronic's. Where socialism worked? I don't think socialism worked. Where socialism worked, or is it working? Please tell me. I don't think socialism has ever worked, or is currently working anywhere. I want to see any successful from a centralized government programs. Any okay, like SNAP benefits, Social Security has reduced the elderly mortality rate since it's been implemented. What's it? I think it's. Gosh, I need to crack open my document here. Let me crack open my econ document here. I have some arguments for specifically for libertarians. SNAP, SSI, WIC, TNF, and SSA. They've all lowered the real poverty. They've all, I think, yes. SNAP doesn't. I think SNAP has actually increased employment in some cases. Generally, they're going to be effective in increasing innovation in any given country, because by creating like some kind of baseline like net for people, you incentivize them to take more risks, invent more stuff. So basically, in a country with no welfare programs, if you have $100,000 and you're wanting to invest in something or invest in a project, you're less likely to do that because you understand that there's more or a risk for you if you fail, versus in a country with some kind of robust welfare system. That's why we see like in the Nordic countries, which have like the most robust welfare systems, per capita, they have like the most multinational patents. I go on and on. I don't want to see any perfectly. I couldn't show you any program that worked perfectly, dude. Give me a break. There's fraud and corruption in every program. Look at private charities, right? Private charities have more, according to the UK, globally, private charities lose more to fraud than the government, as a percentage, than the government does, at least the U.S. government. If you look at the top, I think it's the top 10, no, the top 100 charities lose more to fraud than the government does. The top 100 charities have a bigger overhead than what is it? Social Security and a bunch of other programs. Yeah, Social Security, SNAP, Medicare, Medicaid. Nordic countries rely on oil, which they're cutting off to fund their social systems. How will they fund them in 10 years? That's not true. I think it's only Sweden really relies on oil, and if you look at like mainland GDP, and you ignore oil GDP, they would still be able to afford their welfare systems. Actually, yeah, I remember this exact argument. But yeah, I guess if you want to pivot to a different argument that like we can't implement them, I guess that's fine. We can have that argument, or you can like try and make that point, but mm, didn't disprove the fact that like welfare systems have worked at lowering poverty, lowering mortality rates, right? And of course, there's going to be no system that's perfect. There's fraud in every system, private or public. Honestly, if you don't realize what he's done for our country, I have no words. I have recognized like Trump has done good things. Trump, I think like having a more proactive policy against the cartels is a good thing. Obviously, starting war with Venezuela currently, just going on right now, isn't a good thing. But like calling them terrorist groups, I think that's fine. I'm not obsessively against that. Operation Warp Speed to get the vaccinations out. I think that was a super good policy. Uh, I think the tax cuts, the TCJA probably did some good, from what I'm looking at. If I'm not super concerned about like deficits, so I think that was a decent policy. I don't think Trump has done. I don't think like everything Trump has done is bad. To be clear, Trump did some reform in his first term with the vetting system for immigrants, consolidating systems more that made our system more efficient. I think that was good. Didn't increase the criteria, but it certainly made it easier and got rid of like less bureaucratic bullshit. I'm not saying Trump hasn't done anything good. I'm just saying, as a whole, he's a corrupt, disgusting politician. It's very interesting to me how people think I'm just like some hack. Well, whatever. Operation Warp Speed. How many are injured from the jab? About money. Less than got injured from C-19, so it worked. I addressed what you brought up. That's pivot. So if you're making the claim, so the claim that you're trying to make is, well, Nordic countries can't implement these welfare systems, or can only implement these welfare systems because they rely on oil. So the U.S. couldn't, which is different than the argument of have welfare systems ever worked, or is there a welfare system that has been successful? Whether we can implement it and whether there has been one that's been successful are two different questions. So it was a pivot. You believe in a false sense of security. What do you mean? How do I believe in a false sense of security? Look at all the countries that well for money too. How old are you? Have you even? Sorry, you have a young sounding voice box. If you were on the phone, I'd ask you to put an adult on the phone. I'm 18. Holy shit. Boy, I'm tired. I've been researching all day. Chat, type one in chat if you. Tell you what. Wait. This is the last time, okay, guys. You guys have 1 minute to ask me any question in chat right now, and I will answer it. 1 minute, and then I'm ending stream. You hate him because of his color. I respect you, Stretch. Thank you. I don't like orange men. You're a baby worrying about nasty ass Trump. This world is sad. You should be having fun. I'm fucking. Well, you know, you support me, I guess, or not really, because it's a little underhanded. I don't even know what. Look, thanks for thinking Trump's bad. No thanks for saying that I shouldn't be worrying about politics as a young person, because it still does affect me. I respect that you don't like Trump. I don't respect your opinion of me not streaming or being in politics. I think the idea of, oh, when you're young, don't talk about politics or get into politics. I think it's super toxic. Not gonna lie, right? I think we want people to be moving into their 20s, 30s, 40s, having a good understanding of how our political system works and knowing more than their parents did. I think we prefer a more educated voter base, but I feel like people have this idea that you don't earn the privilege to even start discussing or learning it until you've reached the ripe old age of 60. I don't know. I'm saying shouldn't. I'm just saying the fact that you have to is sad. My issues with the system, not you. Oh, okay. No, thank you. I appreciate it then. Everything is a distraction according to people like you. Don't care about an opinion. Why isn't that soft as table butter boy doing push-ups, bro? Okay. Those who do not seek the truth walk by blindly and choose of a fool. I think Trump isn't doing a good job. You're not seeking the truth or check them shoes. You better check them shoes. You other people, do you think acting disrespectful is helping or hurting? Acting disrespectful can help sometimes if somebody's clearly being dishonest or just being super dumb for no reason. Being a little disrespectful in debate's fine. It really depends on the rhetorical situation. Trump, being disrespectful is what helped Trump get into office. Let's be clear, that was his whole thing. He's funny. That bro had nothing else going for him. Do you meet a lot of people your age who talk? No, about social justice like you? No, unfortunately. Disrespectful to you for communicating does not help. I have paid taxes. Okay. Social justice isn't an excuse. Wait, sorry. I'll be clear. I filed taxes and I paid sales tax. I'll be clear. Gotta get my reimbursement because trust me, working over the summer, you make just quite not enough to have to be taxed. So it's just an excuse for people to have their shit together. No, it isn't. It's a real thing. So justice about social issues. I don't like. You can talk about social justice without having to like. I get the whole narrative is, oh, they're just doing it because they're lazy and they don't want to do anything. You can talk about social justice and still have like a very like personal narrative when it comes to talking about people to people interpersonally. And I say this to leftists all the time, and I disagree with a lot of leftists. It's not productive to talk to individuals about like systems that oppress them. Like they can't do anything to fix it, right? When you're talking to them individually, how they can help their own lives, the focus on should be what can you currently do to make your situation better. It shouldn't be about how the system's oppressing you. But that is an excuse for not acknowledging those wider systems that do oppress people. It just shouldn't be in the context of, okay, well, how are you going to help yourself? I don't think that's a bad opinion. I know you're living at home. Taxes don't affect your life yet. Really? So when I have to file taxes, because the government automatically takes shit out of my paycheck from my job that I was working in the summer, so I can get that back. Those aren't affecting me. I didn't have to spend my time doing something that, trust me, I didn't want to. That didn't affect me. Okay, little bro. Are your parents revolutionaries? No, my mom's like a pretty average like Democrat, liberal. I don't even know if I wouldn't say she's even progressive. She's like Democrat, liberal, and my dad's like a rhino Republican, right? Voted against Obama twice. But has voted against Trump every single time. So like neocon. We don't. Oh my gosh! Holy shit! Right? You're not making an excuse. You're acknowledging the system that exists. Making an excuse would be saying the system exists. There's no way that you can do anything. Right? That's making an excuse. The proper thing to say is the system exists. What can you do to succeed even under the system? I'm literally saying, like, if you're talking to somebody interpersonally, don't talk about systemic systems. Talk about what they can do to improve their own lives, right? When you're talking about systemic systems, it should not be in the context of how somebody can help themselves improve. I would never, if I knew somebody, which I don't right now, right? But if I had a friend who was like struggling financially, who was black, I wouldn't be like, systemic racism is oppressing you. There's nothing you can do about it. I'd be like, okay, dude, like, what are the steps you can do? Let's help you get a job. Let's find an application. Is there anything you can do to budget more? A lot of people are really bad at that. What's your live stream debates? Hopefully I can get like big enough to have some kind of influence. You don't you're just like, you're saying nothing. You're literally saying nothing. Like, I'm literally, like, you're literally disagreeing with nothing I say. Like, it's you're your own responsibility. Nobody's saying you aren't. Holy shit, brother. I'll repeat it again. You should try and make your life better. You should not make excuses about the system oppressing you. But it's okay to acknowledge that the system does oppress people. Holy shit. Interpersonally, don't take that mindset. That's a bad mindset to have. You should not look at that way when it comes to how you can make your life better or the people directly around your life is better. But when it comes to systemic systems and how those affect people, it's okay to talk about how the system overall oppresses people. If you want studies, you can go look at Harvard and how like people who have names are more associated with like minorities, specifically being black, or less likely to be chosen when the same resume is sent into the same business, but the only thing to do is change the name. If you want, there is an example, but I'm not saying interpersonally. If you're struggling, do not use systemic oppression as an excuse. Look, there's almost always ways you can make your life better, or like different ways that you can help yourself. Oh my fucking god. Holy shit, y'all. Holy shit. You guys are acting like I'm telling people to not take responsibility. Take responsibility for your own life and figure out the ways you can make it better, because there's almost always options to do that. But doesn't mean you don't need to acknowledge the system that presses you. I literally just brought up, if you want to look, there's plenty of studies of meta-analysis that look at the fact that if you have a name that's more, there's certain names that are associated with being black, right? And black people are more likely to have certain names, and those names are less likely to be chosen. If a resume has those names, so less likely to be chosen, even if the qualifications are exactly the same as a white name. Okay, and I know there's not white and black names, but certain names are more associated. You have a more percentage chance of a black person versus a white person having. Okay, or the next straw man argument. Holy cow. Or you can look at like stop and frisk in New York, and the fact that even though black people disproportionately commit crime, that stop and frisk was happening disproportionate even to the amount of crime that black people are committing, right? And the fact that it wasn't even an effective policy, and that when stop and frisk were performed against white people more, right, they are more likely to come up with some kind of contraband. Like the systemic system exists, okay? But when it comes to your own personal life, you should never use it as an excuse to say that you can't succeed. Okay? People should take responsibility for their own lives. The people who did make me stumble looked like me. I'm not saying they didn't. Obviously, when I talk about like data and things, when I talk about these other things, not everything's going to apply to any individual person in that community. We're under the same laws and save economy. Yeah, but we're not all under the same societal biases. Oh, how society views a woman and a man are different just socially, and that can end up affecting people negatively. Laws do not deter anything. Okay, little bro. You have that opinion. I'm not your little bro. Good point. My mistake will look up. I'm a grown ass man. Obviously not intellectually. Your room looks like a Marco. Yeah, apparently he sucks. How old are you, if I can ask? I'm 18. What's up, hubbub? Dude, how are you 18 with this brain? Oh, thanks, dude. See, that's the kind we need positivity in here, okay? I genuinely think thank you, man, right? I'm gonna end a live stream. If you want, I'm gonna be hopping around TikTok panels. So if you want to see me live a little bit more and you want to see my beautiful, amazing big brain, go into my bio, go into my link tree, follow me on TikTok, join my Discord. If you really like the content tonight, subscribe. If you really, really like the content tonight, donate to my Patreon, especially if you're white. If you're white, you need to, because I need reparations, quite frankly. I'm joking, by the way. I know chat doesn't understand, so I'm saying it right now, preemptively. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the stream. Can't mess with talk. No, you're good, dude. I'll see you next time on Tube. See you next time, Ho.